I keep forgetting to mention that I got a cat, and she's real cute, and I like her. Say hi. And now I'm going to put her down because she is miserable. Bye, baby. So I have another example of what Katrina Imes informed me is known as the Baer-Meinhof phenomenon, because that's not a mouthful. Only, unlike it is what it is, this was not a phrase I noticed, but more just a thought process or a philosophy that something is not necessarily better because it's easier. We work toward efficiency in our lives in a lot of different ways, and we work toward making things easier for us to do, easier for us to chew, easier for us to process. But I'm starting to see a way in which easier does not mean better. Mostly when it leads to inaction. It might be easier for me to sit on my butt and not do anything, but that's not better for my health. It might be easier for me to not have that difficult conversation that I really don't want to have, but I know I'm going to have eventually. But it's not better for me to do that. It might be easier for me to not make a video, but that doesn't mean that it's better, because when I do take the time to have that conversation, to make that video, or to get that exercise, ultimately I'm going to feel better after I've done that. It might be easier for me to have a friend who is basically my exact duplicate, but that's not going to help me grow as a person. So ultimately it might be easier for some things to happen, but that doesn't make them better. And this to me was a huge revelation. Stupid good dinosaur movie. Because we do. Humans try to make things easier. We try to follow the path of least resistance. But the path of least resistance isn't always the better thing to do. Wanted to give you a few life updates. One, I will be attending in 2 weeks NerdCon Nerdfighteria. I am incredibly excited about it. Two, these business cards that I got, because business. Even though only 2/3 of this is true, I am working on the other third. I am actually going to start taking classes to become a certified life coach, because that is kind of ultimately what I want to do with my life. I've always wanted to be like a therapist or a counselor, but I honestly couldn't see myself going through all of the schooling that it takes, at least not now, maybe eventually. Certified life coach is sort of like a half step there. So I get to help people, but I don't necessarily have to go into crazy amounts of debt to be able to do that. Doing the writing, it's going well. Things are going really good right now for me. And NerdCon Nerdfighteria is going to be amazing. And I'm going to be on an actual panel with actual people, and I'm only a little bit actually freaking out about it, because it's going to be awesome, and I'm incredibly honored and blessed to be a part of the Road to Nerdfighteria team, to be on a panel at NerdCon Nerdfighteria. I'm looking forward to seeing all of my friends, to hopefully meeting some new people, John and Hank, and also just having a good time up in Boston in February, because that's where all the kids go. I love you very much. I hope you're doing well, and we will see what happens next week. All right. Bye.